Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Pokemon OmegaRuby. I'm your host of PokeGamer. In the last episode, if you couldn't already tell, we kind of started taking on the Fortress City Gym. We also basically got introduced into Mega Evolution because, I mean, obviously we got the Mega Bracelet a little while back, but we really didn't have much that we could really use it with. We had Metang for a while who had to kind of take its time to become a Metagross, and then of course we got the Swampert from Steven on a bridge out on Route 120. I believe it's Route 120. We'll find out when we head out there in just a few moments. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be getting started on Route 120 today. We aren't going to get very far, of course. We're not going to, by that I mean we're not going to really get like to the next city, obviously. It's quite a ways away, but there's a lot of stuff that we have to do along the way. So yeah, also, yeah, I kind of didn't want to do that. Kind of happened because I was trying to kind of tuck around the edge there. That way I wouldn't move off from that path because for whatever reason the narrow paths up there are a little bit like tricky, I guess. I mean, you kind of hear me. Sorry, that was you probably heard that was kind of like gas for whatever reason. I don't know. Anyways, like as you've probably noticed in like some of my recent episodes, I keep walking into a bunch of crap like the walls or whatever. And yeah, that's something, I guess. So stuff that we need to talk about in regards to Pokemon. First off, I know that I mentioned the whole contrary Snivy thing. I do have the 2 boxes full. I kind of want to hold off until maybe later this week. I know that it's probably going to be maybe late at that point, but I mean there are people who will still want it. So be sure to check, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Facebook, and yeah, because I'll be making the announcement on both of those basically, and yeah. So I mean, if you want to have a chance of getting one of those, be sure to do that. I'm going to be giving away 30 on Wonder Trade, and then of course 30 through the GTS if I can even find that many people that actually want to do that. If I can't, I'll probably do it for like an hour. Basically what I'll do is for an hour I'll do the GTS stuff. If after an hour I still have some left over from the original 30, then I'll just end up Wonder Trading all of the other ones off, as well as the second box, of course. So that's something that I'm probably going to do. So if you guys want to have a chance of doing that, be sure to follow me on Facebook and be sure to follow me on Twitter. So in regards to the whole hidden ability starter thing, on Saturday during the episode of Pokemon Get TV, the serial code for the Reckless Emboar has been revealed. The serial code is a shared code which can be used by multiple people rather than the one-time use serial codes of other events. This code cannot be redeemed until January 16th, 2015, but can then be redeemed all the way up to November 30th, 2015. This code is Pokemon, with Pokemon being all caps, 500. This means that the Reckless Emboar that I already have, I can breed a bunch of, of course, Tepigs to, have Reckless, which is going to be kind of interesting. One other thing I want to mention in regards to starters, for those of you who actually play competitive Pokemon, and by that I mean Smogon competitive, not VGC, like actual Game Freak, Nintendo, whatever type of status, Greninja's been banned to Ubers. As far as I'm aware, of course. Molvo19 is someone that I kind of follow over on YouTube because of some of the information in regards to power saves whenever that actually changes, and some other things here and there. So it's kind of something that I just do, and I ended up seeing one of his videos on my feed earlier saying something about Greninja has been banned. So oh well, I mean, welcome another hidden ability starter that's just absolutely busted. I wonder what's going to happen with Contrary Superior. It's kind of a weak, fragile Pokemon, but at the same time it's got a boasting Leaf Storm that gives +2s every time. And I'm pretty sure that a Choice Scarf or even a Choice Specs, depending on what, common speedy threats are in OU, it comes down to like whether or not it can outspeed a lot of those things like that. So I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, it's going to be kind of retarded to see how that works. And Emboar isn't going to be something that you take lightly either. You're going to want to kill it as fast as possible because, I mean, Reckless Emboar, with a lot of the stuff that it gets, it's going to be a potential threat. It's probably going to, people are going to try and use it in OU, but I think it's just going to get pushed down. I don't know. you can leave your opinions on that for, you know, I mean, if you have something about it that you want to say. I mean, let's be real, I don't really see Emboar being that big of a deal, but maybe superior. But I don't know. I mean, we're still supposed to be getting the Samurott as well at some point, but I don't remember when we're supposed to be getting that. I think it's after. I think it's going to be literally the last thing we get, which is going in order of grass, fire, water. So I don't know. It'll be sometime probably by the end of the month. Anyways, getting on topic about that. Ahead of footage, ahead of the footage in Pokemon Get TV, the first images of Chorocoro have leaked, thanks to Anime News Network, and have revealed the next details about the upcoming movie due for release in Japan in summer of 2015. It confirms that the Pokemon Hoopa is to make its first appearance, and that the movie's initial title is now known as the Archdegenie of Rings Hoopa. In addition to that, it is confirmed that a shiny Rayquaza will be distributed at the World Hobby Fair between January 18th and February 8th. It is level 70 and knows the moves Dragon Pulse, Thunder, Twister, and Extreme Speed. It has also been revealed that the upcoming Japanese Shell Armor Samurott code for OmegaRuby and AlphaSapphire, remember Pokemon's going to be all caps, Pokemon 503. So, I mean, there you go. That's all that we really know about it. I don't know if they actually gave a date for it at some point or not, but if they did, then I don't remember if I covered it or not. I'm sure I probably did, because I probably was like, oh look, it's getting a release as well, not that Shell Armor Samurott's ever going to be relevant. But yeah, I mean, that's just the thing, I suppose. Anyways, another thing that I want to kind of cover before it's too late, for those of you who have I guess it's worldwide, for those of you who own a copy of OmegaRuby and AlphaSapphire, the currently running Nintendo Network event is due to end on Wednesday. The event is for the special shiny Beldam that we, of course, are using in-game at the moment, that holds the Metagross item, which allows for it to Mega Evolve once it becomes a Metagross, which, of course, we've already done in this episode, in this Let's Play. This event has been running since the game's launch, and even unlocks a few small bits of text when you take it around home with you. Be sure to download it while you can, because you have until Wednesday, of course, to do that. So, I think I said this last week. It's due to end on Wednesday. I do highly recommend that you pick it up. I mean, it's a free Metagross that's shiny for, what that's worth, and then of course you get the Metagross with it. So, yeah. By the way, let's welcome in one of the Pokemon that has been in existence for a very long time, that has also given a lot of people a lot of trouble. And you're about to understand why I kind of mentioned this. It's because Milotic's going to take basically every attack that Altaria can dish out and take it very well. Not to mention that this thing, believe it or not, this Milotic is actually capable of spamming Recover, because why not? So, believe it or not, I honestly think that it would have been possible for Altaria to actually kill this thing, but I just really didn't want to waste your time and then be like, okay, well, here we go, guys, let's just have fun. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Milotic's just a really good special wall, I guess. I really don't know what more to really say about it. I mean, I get it into the red and it's like, hello, let's use Recover. Congratulations, now you have to do all that damage again, and then I go to do the damage and it's like, nope, I'm pretty much at full health. So I kind of just gave it the big middle finger and brought out Roserade, because Roserade's just like, okay, I don't care how much special defense you have, I'm just going to sap all your health away and you're just going to die. So, yeah. And then, of course, after this I'm going to end up having to heal Altaria because it took a shit ton of damage that it probably wouldn't have really... I don't know, maybe it wouldn't have been as much of a problem if Milotic would have just died. So, I guess die is kind of a harsh way to put it, but whatever. But I mean, I don't understand, like, Roserade's like, hey, I'm a special attacker too, and I just OHKO you. I don't know. Whatever. I really don't know, but whatever. It's partially because it doesn't have Dragon Pulse, or, like it didn't, so I mean, I guess it will get it. It gets it at level 40, but I mean, that's part of the reason why it's in the lead at the moment, not to mention that I don't want it to fall behind in levels. I mean, it's kind of already sad that it's still a level under Linoon. I mean, it's kind of sad at this point that Linoon is actually level 40, and it's not actually an intended member of our party. So, but I mean, I guess this is something that should be expected. Kind of with the fact that this is the first game I'm doing in Generation 6, a generation, might I add, that is purely only on the 3DS, so, I mean, yeah. And by the way, I could have swore that there was a Kecleon supposed to be over here. I don't know where it's at. There's probably one still in this area that I just don't know where it's at specifically. I mean, as you saw with, I can't remember where it was. There was one area where you could just walk past it. Oh, it was near the water, where you could just go, oh hey, you know, and do whatever, but I don't know. So, I mean, whatever. It's weird how they just have the Kecleons in this game, but whatever, there's nothing we can really do about it, not a big deal. And, by the way, I don't know what happened here. I don't really remember. I'm kind of, like, tired as hell, so I don't really remember what actually happened here. But, all I know is that I'm paralyzed, and then when we get out of the battle, I'm not. I don't know what I did here. I'm just trying to think of what I did, because I honestly, like, I don't know if I somehow healed my, I know that Altaria has the access to, you know, natural cure, but that's usually when you switch out, not when you end a battle. And I'm not entirely sure, like, because I went to go and heal. Look, see, I'm not paralyzed anymore. I don't know. Does that actually work like that? Because I've never actually experienced this before. I've never actually had a natural cure Pokemon in the lead do like a one-on-one battle, get paralyzed or something, and then leave, and then suddenly just not be paralyzed anymore. I don't understand that. I've never actually experienced that before. So, I mean, if maybe that's a new mechanic, I don't know. But, yeah, there's also another fun fact that I didn't know about these games. I don't know if this actually applies to X and Y as well. If it does, then that's interesting because I never even once knew about it. When you go to your bag, you know how at the top left, how you can see, you know, like, you have the regular, then you have the potions, and then you have the TMs and whatnot. Apparently you can, like, tap those and drag them. I never knew this until today. Like, believe it or not, if this is something that was in X and Y, I had no idea of its existence, and I don't know how many other people actually knew about its existence either. Like, let's be real. Who pays attention to dragging things like that? That's kind of like dragging the buttons on the bottom of your bottom screen and rearranging them however the hell you want. I'm going to be trying that whenever I'm done actually recording, because if I can do that, it'd be kind of great to kind of move the less important things to the end and not have to touch them anymore. So, I don't know. It's weird though. I'd never noticed that before, that you can move those little icons around, and I don't know. If you knew about it, then tell me about it, because I've never known about that until now. So, I don't know. Maybe other people have kind of noticed it a long ass time ago and just never, like, informed anyone. I haven't seen anyone at all kind of mention, like, something as, maybe it's a minor little mechanic, I guess, so maybe it's not significant enough to actually give that kind of attention to, but at the same time, it's just something weird. I mean, in a way, it is kind of helpful. I mean, being able to just quickly access maybe your key items or your TMs, or, you know, things like that. I mean, whenever it comes to post-game, how often do you go into your potions? Like, let's be real. How often do you bother going into your potions? I mean, if you're just playing, like, if you're not doing like a Let's Play on it like yours truly, you're probably going to go, okay, I'm in the post-game, I can do whatever, like, post-game story stuff that I can do, and then from there, I'm just not going to care. I really don't need a potion or whatever, so I don't know, whatever. Anyways, we're almost out of time, so what we're going to be doing in the next episodes, we're going to be pretty much finishing off Route 120, hopefully getting started on Route 121. I think that's also where we're going to be catching up to the Safari Zone, and yeah, so we'll be hopefully getting into a huge chunk of that in the next episode, so be sure to stay tuned for that. If you haven't already, don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and hopefully tomorrow I'm not as tired. So yeah, be sure to stay tuned for everything that we're going to be doing tomorrow, and yeah, all the other happy good shit. So until next time, this is the PokeGamer, signing out.